Today we're going to paint this iris flower. The first thing, we're going to isolate the area of the flower using masking fluid. We want to extend this petal maybe a little bit bigger, so we can push the flower a little bit more off to the left side, not exactly in the middle. So I'm going to draw that. Just keep drawing with the light pencil. Just drawing, figure it out, connect with what you want. And now I'm going to use the masking to protect the flower area. Wet the brush first and then use the soap bar, making sure the inside the brush already filled with the soap. This is the masking fluid I'm using. Got a clean dish. I want to just dip it in. This is the white masking fluid. So you need to put down your head. You can see where's the area that you're gonna mask. Okay, you're gonna do a little bit faster. So this is very good. I'm gonna wait until the whole masking fluid layer dries. Now the masking fluid is already dry. I'm gonna use the flat brush. I'm gonna paint the very dark color on the outside. Just going to get the very thick pleasant blue, and have a little bit water, and I have a little bit red. Okay, here you go. And get a little bit more blue. There's two colors together, making it really dark. Okay, here you go. Gonna get more blue. Okay, here you go. From the top over here, from the left to the right, all the way going through it. Get the color a little bit thinner when you get to the bottom. Now I'm going to use a little bit yellow color. Clean the brush. Just get a little yellow color right from here. Okay, I'm going to just blend the yellow color right in the painting. Now it will look like green color, and let it dry. The masking layer is already dry. Now I'm going to start peeling it off. I'm going to start from the bottom, coming up. That's good. And going around over here. Now take all the masking off the paper. I'm going to working into the shadow area. And looking at what the color is. The present blue, and I have the little red over here already. I'm just going to dilute that pink a little bit, and maybe a little bit red. Now think about how dark that color is supposed to be. Right, now I'm going to take a look. I'm going to start right here. That's just the larger shape. Okay, take a look at that. And coming down. So a little bit light shape over here. That'll be fine. And coming over here, and leave a little gap on the edge. Now I'm gonna just use the clean brush. Clean the brush. I'm gonna just have it this gradually fading in. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna have that a little bit softer. All you see shape. Okay, a little bit over here. That, look at it. Yeah, lift the light shape like this, and here you go. Drag it over, and you can see that the light shape, dark shape. Okay, here you go. Down over here also, shadow. Just anything in the shadow, you always have a little bit blue color. Whatever color it is, it's gonna have a little bit blue. Okay, now I'm gonna have that a little bit red, like that, coming over here. Yes, a little bit dark color coming onto this side. That's good. And that's connected. That will be the purple color. We're gonna do really quickly in a moment. Okay, that's good. Like that. Now take a look at, and I can have that color a little bit softer, blend it over. Okay, looks very nice. I'm gonna soften then. Soften. That's a little bit lighter. over here. I'm gonna have that, just make that a little bit lighter. It would look softer, right? And also have a little bit gray color over here. I'm gonna have that very interesting soft color. Here you go, like that. This is good. And have a little color like that. Okay, this is pretty good. And this can be a little bit softer. Just make a little water to it, give it a little bit blue feeling. This is good. Now, is the flower already creating the shapes? Very nice. Now, I'm gonna introduce two new colors. They are purple color. So I'm going to add this a little bit cooler purple color. I'm gonna start adding this in. This already getting dry. I'm gonna just put this in and have a little bit line like that. And you can mix the similar color by using the red shade blue color and with the red. And here you go, like that. Now you can see a little texture. Okay, also in here. And think about how dark the color is supposed to be. Okay, this is good. All right, I'm gonna have a little bit coming up over here too. Have that little bit, the separate petal. Okay, and on this side, have a little bit warmer purple color. And I'm gonna put that right over there. That's pretty good. And also taking this color, have some soft line. And have some soft line like that. You got that's good. And a little bit shadow shape. It may not be so clear, so you can soften that a little bit. And let's see, I'm gonna have a little bit more. And a little line coming through here. That's all right. And some very soft color. That's good. Like that. Okay, now I'm gonna continue. Make that a little bit softer. Continue. Have that little gray color coming here, and have that little bit shadow coming here. This is good. A little bit shadow on this side, and you can see that a little bit shadow separated like that. Okay, this is very nice, and maybe a little bit more gray coming on this side. I'm gonna separate that too. So you see this difference between the two colors is not really that much. So you don't want to make that too sudden, too dark. And anyway, they should be together. Okay, and have that little bit shape now, and have a little bit purple color. So a little bit tiny little purple color right here. That's pretty good. And a little bit shape. I think this is pretty good on the top. Now I'm going to quickly coming down to do the big purple colors. I'm going to start from the bottom, have a little bit more of this bright purple color. I'm going to start putting that right here, and need to be a little bit darker. Okay, that's good. I'm going to do that right in here. Okay, and let's first wet it. I'm gonna actually have some little bit darker color in between. Okay, here you go. Okay, don't have the color too much overlapping to the background color, or it's gonna look like I have an outline. Look before you continue. Okay, that's good. Getting this a little bit more. Have that a little bit more this purple color. Okay, here you go. That's good. And we're gonna have a little bit warmer purple color.
Hi, I'm Paula from upstate New York. I'm a member of the Enjoying Art community. I joined it after watching Yong on YouTube for 6 months or so. Once I joined it, I never looked back. It's a wonderful experience where not only do you have the access to all the demos and references, watching them as he does them on Zoom, you can interact, ask questions. We also have in the Enjoying Art community, we also interact on Discord. We also have member clubs, the Oil Club, the Portrait Club, Business Club, Fun Club in terms of any type of media you want to try or just experiment with. The community itself is very friendly, very supportive. Post your work and ask questions, suggestions, how you could improve. Really a wonderful support system if you want to improve your art.
I'm gonna quickly use the warmer. It's more like a rose color. And I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna leave the light shape. Okay, here you go. A little bit more yellow on the top too. Okay, here you go. Like this. And looking at is that little gap. Like this. That's good. And a little gap. Here you go, like that. Leave the gap. Okay, here you go. And get a little bit more and more. That's good. Now I don't need that much water. Just coming over here. And here you go. That the color should be merged together. Like that. Okay, that's just good. I'm gonna have on the other side have a little bit purple color. And this coming in the middle, following the contour. Here you go. That's good. Now, when it's wet into wet, is the color naturally blending to each other. Okay, that's good. And this a little bit smaller. That's good. Coming like that. And take a look in the middle over here. I have a little gap. That's good. Okay, look at it again. It can be going up a little bit smoother, like that. This is good. Now take a look at on this side, and we can see the little gap. And this color need to be have a little bit more. They have some yellow color, almost like a warm brown color, right? When I take this, have some red color and a blue color, and this is pretty good. This is already brown color. So I'm going to come back over here. There's a little bit brown color, like that. And then coming over here. Okay, that's good. That merged into that. And again, keep a little bit gap. This is good. This is still wet, so it's connecting together. And okay, some gap. That's good. Have some thin line to show a little gap. So I'm going to eliminate some of them. Okay, this is good. Like that. This is pretty good. Right over there. That's, and the top over here too have this color. That's just, and nice blending. Now I'm gonna have some color even darker. Now it's getting dry enough, so I'm gonna have this much darker, this purple color, and putting that in here, and putting that in here, and right in the middle. That's good. Yeah, see a little bit darker color, and I'm gonna have this also coming up gradually. And here you go. Now I'm gonna have this a little bit darker right in the middle here. Now I'm gonna fold it right here. I'm gonna add some much darker, okay, the same color, okay, and here you go, like that, a little bit more darker, okay, also a little bit here, make a little bit separate. We can come back to a little bit more after you drive, okay. When I have a little bit line like this, some areas, something need to soft edges and soft transition. You can do that when it's wet, but some area you need to wait until it dry, right? That's good. That's good. Like that's okay. And we're gonna come back a little bit later to continue. But before I move away from here, I'm gonna make sure that it's a little bit lighter over here, get a little bit more warmer purple color. So when I come back over here, we'll be able to easily making the dark color around it. Okay. I'm gonna looking at the other side. I'm gonna take this color and first a little bit lighter, warmer color, and I'm gonna have that a little bit more the red color, merge it together. I'm gonna take a look at, here you go, drawing as the movement, the contour of this. Here you go, have that. That's good, like this. Now take a look at it. That's pretty good, like this. And you can leave a little gap. Okay, it's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna do the other color, connect it a little bit later, but that's good. I'm gonna take this color, a little bit more of the rose, and make it just a little bit darker. Come in here. And now I'm gonna have the purple color and then connect that, like say the virus color, right? Okay, here you go. Have some soft, and you can come back even if you want to make it a little bit more clear. Here you go. Now I'm gonna come in toward this side, and then maybe come back a little bit later to do this. And I'm gonna start from the top. Okay, now that's one, keep fresh, very interesting. Now I'm gonna make this look a little bit soft. I'm gonna have the water wet this first. Okay, and the water soften that too. And now I'm going to apply the color, and this is have a very soft edge, so it looks very interesting. So I'm going to take this color first and mix that into these two color mixed together. Okay, here you go. Now the soft edge, see that the soft here, I really like that. So just drag it over like this, and giving the idea of the contour. Okay, here you go, like that. Okay, that's good. And let the water help us to make that feeling of the soft edges. Okay, that's good. That will be the color on the outside. Okay, when it's still wet, I need to have the little bit darker color in here, and I'm gonna have this a little bit more violet color. We did get that is stain the color in here like that. That's good. Very nice. I'm gonna have the color a little bit brighter, so between these two colors you can mix it together. Okay, a little bit. That's good. So have some thick color bleed into the wet. Okay, that's good. A little bit more. This a little bit darker. That's good, like that. Okay, right in here, I'm gonna have that star get a little bit darker, and that's good. You can see that. That's good. Okay, that's good. Now I have the look like the shadow. That's good. So I'm going to have a little gray color over here too. Another color getting pretty good. The gray color was just the shadow. And start over here, having that coming over here. And watercolor dries really quickly, so it's giving you lots of flexibility. This is good. And now looking at, I'm going to come back over here, let it dry a little bit, and come back to give it a little bit darker color. So I'm going to think about that. It has a little bit yellowish. This is this kind of color, a yellowish color. And right in here, so I'm going to have that like this, a little bit more like a light brownish color. Here you go, like that. And here you go, that's good. Okay, a little bit yellow right under here. That's good. Now I'm also gonna soften that, have a little gray in the middle, and just a little bit gray, like this, a little bit purplish gray. So I have a little bit more red into here. This is good. A little bit gray like that. So this is the shadow, right? So I'm gonna have that a little gray. This is good. Okay, now I'm gonna have a little bit softer, and then I'm gonna draw that. Draw some line after you dry. Okay, that's good. And maybe a little bit darker right over here. Okay, actually that looks really good. That little texture. I'm gonna keep that. Okay, this is good. Now I'm gonna come here, take a look. Coming back over here, I'm gonna have that a little bit darker purple color. And here you go, like that. And have a little line drawing over. Okay, like that. And from thin to a little bit thicker. That's good, like that. A little bit darker, and have thicker color. Make it darker. Okay, here you go. That's nice. And I'm gonna put a little bit over here too. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna open up my brush. Have a little bit open a little bit more. Okay, open up the brush like this. Gonna have that a little bit more like. Have a little bit. Now I'm gonna clean it, the brush. Now I'm gonna make it a little bit softer. So still open up the brush. I need to have a little bit softer feeling. Okay, here you go, like this. That's good. Okay, that's soften that a little bit. That's good. And now I'm gonna have that a little bit more. Now I like the texture before, and it seems like a little bit too control. So I'm gonna just soften that a little bit, and there's soft that a little bit. That's good. That's good. So this is wet. I'm gonna actually drop in some color, make it a little bit more, and this is a little bit lighter. The light coming through over here, so I'm gonna also lift up a little bit over here, a little bit lighter, like this. Okay, that's good. Right, and come back here, have a little bit water. Take a look. And here you go. Come back to make the dark color merge into the wet again. Okay, I think that looks pretty good already. Now come back over here to have mix these two colors together like this, and then coming back over here and a little bit lighter. Okay, here you go. Have that, the texture and the back of this petal. Okay, here you go, like that. Okay, have a little bit over here as well. Even darker color, which is the red and the present blue. So here we go. I'm gonna have this up over here. Here you go, that's good. And the bottom over here, have that down over here, like this. That's good. That's very good. All right, some little line and a little shape over here, and coming down over here, seeing this coming in and out, and see the edge of this petal like that coming over. Okay, this is good. Now I'm gonna have this a little bit lighter and on the side over here, and that's good. And keep that little texture like that. Keep the texture on. Okay, now this is a little bit drier, and I'm gonna come back here to soften that, the edge. Okay, this is really good. And I'm gonna come back to add a little yellow color before I continue, but this is, I still want to work it out a little bit more. And also I actually have this a little purple color over here too. Okay, like this. That's nice. And coming down like this a little bit. Okay, here we go. That's good. A little bit more purple color, and have a little bit brownish color over here too. Okay, a little bit red, brown color. I'm gonna make that feel a little bit more clear, that blending like this little turn over here. So it's just coming in, and little turn on the inside over here. Also have that color coming in over here like that. It's pretty good. And okay, now I think the whole painting looks pretty good already. I'm gonna have that shade a little bit purple color, light purple color, right in here, like that. Here you go, a little bit purple color right over there, so you can shade it in and make it blending. And see the color. I'm gonna have a little bit blue. Okay, just a little bit blue over here. And seeing, look like the outside. Yeah, it's a little bit translucent. Look at the outside. Okay, here you go, like that. That's good. A little bit blue color over here too. Just a little bit blue. Now, yeah, much better. Okay, like that. And a little bit purple right here. Okay, a little bit purple right over here. Okay, a little bit purple over here. Separate these two petals. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna soften that a little bit. Okay, this side. Let's get soften that a little bit. Have a little bit blue. Let's put it right here. Now the color become a little bit brighter, right? That's pretty good. And have a little bit purple. That's good. Okay, and the edge over here, have a little bit texture. Okay. Okay, this is pretty good. There's some dry brush over here. Have a little bit dry brush and showing the texture right here. Now let's add some yellow, orange color. So this just yellow, maybe not cut it. So you need to have a little bit red. So I'm gonna just get a clean yellow. Get a little red from the edge over here, and that's good. Now I'm going to paint this color in over here. Okay, that's good. Like that. Here you go. Okay, here you go. Like that's good. And have some thin yellow color coming over here too. And maybe a little bit darker, so get a little bit brownish color. Yeah, keep a few lines like that. So that's maybe a little bit too clear, so just wash it off a little bit. So still left something over there. And also have this little bit yellow brown color. I'm gonna have a little line like this, getting more and more in the details, right? So we don't have to do all this earlier. We just need to do it when we have the time later and getting into it. So now on the other side, I'm gonna also get the yellow color with a little red. Okay, this is good. A little warmer yellow color. Okay, put it here. And look at it before you do it, and just, that's good. Like that. And the inside over here, and getting thicker and thicker, and also darker and darker of that color. Okay, here you go. That's a few lines like that. And we're gonna also keep a little bit gap in with the little blue, which has become the green color. So first I'm gonna have this, and first just put this color right here, and like that, and we're gonna use the water to soften it. Now on this side, have a different shape, like from a little light and turn into a little bit darker. And now coming down over here, when you use this one color, and try to see how you can use it for more places before you clean it up or wash it away. I'm gonna have this on this side. This is good. Now I'm going to wash this, clean up, and have this dry gradually, get a little bit lighter. And I'm gonna take a look at over here, also coming up a little bit like that, and also wash that down a little bit because a little bit light brown color. Okay, like this. This is good. I'm gonna have that that maybe just have a little bit yellow orange color and a little bit light brown color, basically the light brown color, and add a little water. And here you go. Start over here, have this color and connect it like this. Okay, this is good. At that transition, now I'm gonna going back over there. They have a little bit darker green color. Here you go, darker green. So I'm gonna have a little bit brighter blue color. So this is good, more yellow. And now this is much darker than this color, so let's apply that too. This is good, very similar to the value of the color outside. So I'm gonna put that here. Okay, that's good. And over here a little bit darker, like that. And the edge over here, I'm gonna come back with a little bit warm color, a little red. Whenever you think about warm, is red. Okay, here you go, like this. Now I'm gonna have this darker. Okay, this darker coming down. Okay, it's good. And I'm going to have it a little bit darker. This gray color, connect that into the green. Okay, that's good. Look at that, that's very nice. And I can have a little texture coming down like this. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna, the bottom over here have a little bit blue and the yellow color. Okay, it's just get the blue color because the colors already have enough yellow color here. So I'm gonna just have the blue color. Put it right here. And then after that dry, and it would become very nice. That's good. I'm gonna have that a little bit darker. Have a few lines. Okay, that's very nice. Now I'm gonna come to get a little bit brown color. Also have a little line over here too. And like this. That's good. Now have a little bit brown color here as well. Have a few lines. It's still a little wet, which is perfect. Have a little bit softer gradually like this, and I have a little bit darker. And here you go. That's right here. You can come back to redo again. Okay, it's maybe a little bit too soft, so come back a little bit later. Okay, that's just pretty good. I'm gonna have a little red color and mix into this. A little bit warmer. There's a little bit clear on the edge. Okay, there's a little bit red. That's good, like that. Let's do a little toothbrush effect. When you do this, making sure that you left only a little bit. And make sure I'm masking the outside. I don't want that going too much over the outside area. Okay, masking it. Okay. Just masking the outside here. Now I'm gonna do a little bit more. Okay, get a little bit more like that. That's good. Okay, that's nice. On the top over here, give it a little bit more too. Okay, I think that painting is done and successful. I'm waiting forward to see you and work with you.